Whatever, dude. If you had a voice like Sugar Mars, you'd sing too.
Right, I'm like Ed Sheeran. Shit.
I look like Brad Pitt.
Okay, we're rolling.
I don't even know what Brad
Episode
Pitt looks like.
22.
Are we live?
It's Tuesday, 9 a.m.
Is it
Our
really?
sponsors, new sponsor, The Terp House CBD. Check them out. www.theterphouse.com at The Terp House on Instagram. They have vape pens, CBD, bath bomb, CBD bath bombs. They have CBD gum.
Lotion.
They have all sorts of shit. So there's our sponsors. The weekend. How was your weekend, Sean?
It was good, man. It was good.
What did you do Saturday night?
Saturday night, Danny and I went and got some chronic tacos.
Ooh.
And like I was jazzed up. Danny had a long week, and she got home at like 7ish, whatever. And she was just like done for the day, done for the night.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a coffee at like 2, and I was playing Fortnite. So she got home, she was just so tired, and I was jazzed, like woo! I was like, I'm gonna go on a bike ride. I gotta do something. I was way too much energy. But then we went and got some tacos, and we came home. We saunaed, and then Danny finally got in the pool with me Saturday night, and she fucking loved it.
But was
She
it
did-
brutal?
It was brutal. She did the Wim Hof. She did it all. She did all the breathing. Got in the pool. Stood in there longer than I did. Went under a couple times and did it like a beast.
Because that pool's probably 50 degrees, maybe 40 degrees.
It's getting. I can literally feel it get colder every night.
You think it's as cold as UFCPI yet?
No, but it's fucking cold.
It's probably 50 degrees then.
But-
Did you guys sleep good and it energized you or what?
It does. I feel like I literally do it just because I don't want to do it every night. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do it. And that's why I do it. I'm sure there is benefits to the
100%. It's got to get the blood
sleeping
flowing in
It
you.
literally just kind of makes you not like think about the day. You're thinking, fuck.
Don't be a bitch. Don't be a
Yeah.
bitch.
How come you haven't got in the pool, boss? I
Well,
told you a
like,
couple days ago.
My knee and my mom, like.
Why don't you
know.
just do it? I know you think
I'm
about it
gonna
every
do it.
night.
Literally,
Every night, I
I'm
guarantee it goes through your mind. I
It
should
do-
get in the pool.
I'm such a chilly little bitch every night.
You don't think I get cold?
But I need to do it. You're right.
I
need
weigh
to not-
108 pounds.
Okay, fine. I'll do it.
You said that a couple days ago.
No, I will. I will. I'll post a story.
I say, okay, well, I'm calling you out on this podcast right now. Get in the pool every night until our next podcast.
I will. I'll fucking get in there and
Every
beat off every
night.
night.
Fam.
Fine.
Pod
I will.
fam. All right. He just
Scout's honor.
okay. I've done it every night for the last. I don't even know how many nights. It's been so many nights. It sucks every time.
Yeah. Saturday, I sparred. After sparring, came home and just relaxed. I've been on the move past couple weekends, so I just wanted to chill and watch the fights. And the fights were pretty fucking good. The UFC on Fox 31.
Drizzy,
Ale Quinta beat Kevin Lee.
I was totally wrong about that fight.
Me too.
So wrong.
But I was telling Sean earlier, we're going to start just guessing on fights. Obviously, anything can happen, but even if we're wrong, whatever. We're going to start guessing and sticking with it. Edson Barbosa fucked Dan Hooker up.
I was wrong about that as well. For some reason, I was like, Dan Hooker's going to win. I love Dan Hooker's striking, so I thought maybe you'd win. But
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to bet against someone who has that many knockouts in a row and is bringing that much confidence in there.
yeah.
It's hard to
seriously.
bet against someone. When Edson just got done with, what was his last fight, Habib?
No, I think he
Did he fight
didn't.
one more?
No, maybe he did it. Maybe he didn't.
So
I
it's
don't know.
like, shit.
Yeah, seriously.
Rob
won.
Font fucked up Sergio.
I didn't get to see that fight. I had a couple.
I don't know how bad he fucked him up. I didn't see it either. I probably took a little siesta.
Oh, siesta.
Jim Miller got wrapped up by Charles Oliveira. That Charles Oliveira, dude, I'm telling you, that's how you're going to be on the ground.
Dude.
People don't
Train.
want to take him down. If they take him down, they're going to be in a triangle or he's going to be on their back or wrapping him up within
It's so
seconds.
sweet.
It's sweet, dude. Jakar and Bobby Green, that was a fucking sweet fight. It was a badass fight. Because we know Jakar gets tired of his fucking practice, but he steps up when it comes to the fight. And he worked hard for that. Bobby Green would be a hard motherfucker to fight, hands down. Like, fast,
Quick.
can wrestle. Did you watch the whole
Uh-uh.
fight? You didn't get
I
to
didn't
see
watch
it?
any of
It
them.
was fucking... It was sweet, dude. It was a good-ass fight. Jess, she had to pull out for weight reasons or some shit. I guess she left.
I guess she passed out, hit her head.
Oh, really?
That's what I heard.
But she left the syndicate.
Oh, did she?
I wonder
Well,
why.
Jakar said he's seen her cutting weight. She looked huge, like big. Or,
Just juicy, or?
well, just like not close to weight.
Oh.
I think that's
Well,
what Jakar said. Someone said that.
Because, like, John Wood was his dating that one chick, the one with the accent, JoJo.
Oh, he was?
He is.
Oh, he is?
So maybe she got pissed that he was holding pads for JoJo, and then she pieced out to Extreme Couture. Who knows? Who knows the real juice
It's
on
fun,
it?
fun to guess. And then
yeah,
she
it is.
fucked. No, I'm joking.
But I don't know. That fucking fight card was sweet. We'll do a little
I
bit
need
of...
to do. I need to get a. I need to go get a smart TV, another one, because I have one in my room. I guess I could use that one. I want to watch the fights, but I never have anything to watch. I don't have any of the apps. I don't have any of the things. And I'm just like,
Dude,
fuck it.
literally, you could buy a Roku for $20.
And you get Fox app.
Fox app, you get every
Well,
app. $20.
Does a smart TV have a Fox app?
Depends what smart TV.
Really smart.
But the Roku, dude, Google Chromecast.
Seriously, Danny,
yeah, it's easy as
let's go
shit.
get that.
UFC 235, Zabit versus Jeremy Stevens.
Damn,
That's a fucking
fight.
sweet ass fight because there's a good chance Jeremy could knock his ass out.
He's not quick. He's not fast.
He's fucking explosive though.
No, it's
just
a
like,
bead.
boom. Yeah,
He's not like
Zabit.
fast. He's good as fuck, but he's not like fast.
Yeah, that's gonna be a sweet fight. Ray Longo wants to see Iaquinta fight McGregor next. Probably won't happen.
Of course they do. Obviously.
But that just like I was saying earlier, I don't know. Iaquinta has his hands down, and Connor's so fast and upright. I feel like Connor would knock him out. What do you think?
I think I'm gonna fight Connor in like 5 years.
That'll be nice. Connor's coming off 2 losses, fucking broke as shit, and you say, "Let's go,
I'm like,
baby."
let's go, you Irish fucker. Too fast for him.
I was thinking about the other night too. The right dose of weed at night. Do you have your dose down?
Too high is my dose.
Seriously, just getting lit.
Like,
See, I don't like to get too high. I wake up groggy. I just can't even remember shit. I feel like the night was just a blur. But I've been doing about half of it, 10-gram edible, maybe a little more. So like a little over a half a gram edible, and then a good bong rip, and then I'm good. But sit
what
there
happens
and I'm
when
perfect. I'm like staying in the moment. I'm snacky. I can still talk to Mariah and have her conversation, listen to some tunes, fucking grooving.
So, but what happens when that dose doesn't do that to you anymore? Then you gotta take an extra rip.
But dude, like an eighth of weed will last me 2 weeks.
I took like a couple of rips last night. I didn't feel too high. I was like, fuck. But I've been doing the vaporizer a lot, so I don't know. The fucking bong. I took like 4 rips last night. My lungs were hurting.
You just said fuck it.
I was like, I'm just gonna get high.
I love what
Usually I do
I love
the
what
vaporizer.
Eckhart Tolle said. Like anytime you're waiting for something and you're anxious about something, if you know how to just bring yourself back and just breathe and be in the present moment, it all goes away.
Yeah, that cold will just fucking make you present.
Oh,
It
did
really
you
does.
Did you guys go cold to sauna?
We did sauna. Danny liked getting in the sauna and getting all warm, and then getting in the cold. I'm like, fuck that. I ain't getting
Dude,
warm and then cold. I'd rather just
damn.
get cold.
Because at the UFC PI, you go 3 minutes in the cold, 3 minutes in the hot, 3 minutes in the cold, 3 minutes hot, and then end 3 minutes on the cold.
That cold is another kind. I don't know. I remember I was getting in the pool for that Terrion fight, and then we went to the PI, and I got in the PI cold plunge, and that bitch was
But the
froze.
first one's the worst.
It is. It hurt.
Remember that Russian sitting under there?
For like
Had
an
his hands
hour.
on
I'm
the
like, is this
stairs,
dude dead?
Feet on the wall, all the way under, just eyes closed. Yeah, no shit.
I'm like, does he do this just, or is it just because there's people in here and he's trying to show off? Either
know,
way,
and
I
we're
was
sitting there
impressed.
holding our fucking nips, going, hey.
Either way, I was like, Jesus.
The first time we went to get in the cold plunge, we were getting in there like little fucking pussies, and Josh Barnett was in the hot tub, and he's like, if this was back in the Samurai's days, they would have cut your fucking head off already. And we're like,
for showing weakness.
for showing weakness. So we fucking hardened up.
It's it's easier when there's people in there. I'm like, haha, watch this.
I'm a badass.
If there's no one in there, I'm like, oh,
I
fuck.
know, like a little bitch.
Yeah.
God damn it! I've been playing Fortnite a little bit.
Seen you been catching some dubs. A couple.
I hate to call them. Yeah, I've been catching dubs when I hide out and get 0 kills.
Dude, it's a dub.
Okay, then I've gotten 2.
That's impressive. I literally made myself not play yesterday. I'm like,
because
I am addicted to this fucking game. Like, if I have any free time, I'm jumping on.
dude,
So I literally made myself not yesterday, and it was sweet because I was like, damn.
that game, I'm sitting there, I'm like, there's so much tactics that go into this fucking game. So much, like, you have to be like quick. It's similar to jiu-jitsu in a lot of ways, except you use your eyes and your thumbs. Jiu-jitsu, you have to use your whole body, which makes it cool. But you have to be a smart motherfucker. And those kids that are young, that are on that and getting wins and building and doing all crazy, how can that not be good for your brain?
Yeah, a certain amount of time playing. Yeah, there's definitely an overdo it.
It's fucking crazy how much skill that game really does take.
Oh, dude, for sure. It's crazy how it literally's taken over the world. They just had a huge tournament in Korea, the Korean Open, where like the best gamers from America went. And, like, it was huge.
Because I see those pop-up cups come.
Those are fun.
What are they?
They're just tournaments that everyone can play. Like the pros playing them. So like I was playing with one of my buddies and we had a lot of points and we were playing against real pros like in the same lobby.
In the pop-up cups.
Because they rank you. It's like a ranked playlist. So if you have 20 points and fucking Tifu and another guy Ninja has 20 points, like you'll get in the same lobby. So you play against good.
What do you win if you win that?
You get a pin. No one really knows what the pins are worth. One of the tournaments was for $1 million tournament. One of my buddies took 6th. So they had 3 games, see how many points they could get. He took 6th, and he only got into 2 games because the third game, because they're all at home getting into certain servers, and he got kicked from them. So he took 6th, won like 23,000. This is just some kid that plays Fortnite like for a living, like doesn't make a lot of money playing Fortnite. Like he gets a few viewers. He doesn't make a lot of. He doesn't make like any money playing, but he just won 23,000.
So do you ever take rips and play?
Yeah,
dude. When I took rips and play, I felt like I was in it. I was like, I'm sitting there hiding in this fucking barn behind hay, and I hear footsteps, and my butt's just puckered.
Yeah, that game gets you fucking going. Like I said, I didn't play it all yesterday. I'm fucking just getting a bone thinking about getting on in a bit. Probably go home and play. Boxing's been nice in the morning.
It has. I like it. We've been doing a boxing class at 7:30 a.m.
Did one today, right before this.
I don't like waking up when it's dark, but then I'm like, it's not such a fucking intense workout. We're going in there and just.
I would rather get up at like 5:30 or 6:30 than 7:30.
Yeah.
I'm like 7:30. I'm just like 6:30. I'm like, what the fuck? It's early, and I just kind of get up.
See, like I was gonna read a couple pieces of this, but this Jordan Peterson 12 rules for life, antidote to chaos.
The 12 yeah. You know what? I was listening to. Jordan Peterson was on Jocko, and they brought up again the Man's Search for Meaning, that book.
Yeah, Viktor Frankl.
Yeah.
You can borrow it.
I have it on Audible, but I almost feel like I need to read it.
Yeah, I have it. This is what he says. It is for such reasons that I always ask my clinical clients first about sleep. Do they wake up in the morning at approximately the time the typical person wakes up, and at the same time every day? If the answer is no, fixing that is the first thing I recommend. It doesn't matter so much if they go to bed at the same time each evening, but waking up at a consistent hour is a necessity. Anxiety and depression cannot be easily treated if the sufferer has unpredictable daily routines. The systems that mediate negative emotion are tightly tied to the properly cyclical circadian rhythms. Waking up at the same time. Do you wake up at the same time every day?
Well, I woke up earlier because 7:30 boxing class. I usually wake up at 7:30 every morning, but but when I was going to CrossFit, I was going with Danny at 5:30, and it was nice. I liked it a lot.
See, Monday, Tuesdays, I've been waking up at 6:30 and then getting to boxing at 7:30. But then because we do 2 practices hard on Wednesday, 2 practices hard on Tuesday, and then with a lift. And then I like Wednesday morning, just not setting an alarm and waking up when my body feels like waking up.
Yeah, that is
and then
nice.
Thursday, waking up when my body feels like waking up. And then Friday, going to boxing again. So I wonder how important that is.
Just having a routine is nice again. Because for a while there, after surgery, I didn't have a routine. I literally would wake up, make coffee, play Fortnite. Just kind of, the day would be gone. And I'd like look outside, and be like, God, it looks nice out. And I'd fucking play for like a couple hours, look outside, it's dark. I'm like, what the fuck?
Go back in your hole. Because I used to want to be a firefighter, but now thinking about it, the firefighters' sleep schedules are just so fucked, and I'm like, sleep's got to be my number one priority.
Sleep's good.
Like, huge. The next thing I ask is about breakfast. I counsel my clients to eat a fat and protein-heavy breakfast as soon as possible after they awaken. No simple carbohydrates, no sugars, as they are digested too rapidly and produce a blood sugar spike and a rapid dip. This is because anxious and depressed people are already stressed, particularly if their lives have not been under control for a good while. Their bodies are therefore primed to hypersecrete insulin. If they engage in any complex or demanding activity, if they do so after fasting all night and before eating, the excess insulin in their bloodstream will mop up all their blood sugar. Then they become hypoglycemic and psychophysiologically unstable all day. Their systems cannot be reset until after more sleep. I have had many clients whose anxiety was reduced to subclinical levels merely because they started to sleep on a predictable schedule and eat breakfast. That's good. Like, fucking always getting questions about anxiety and depression and shit. Fix your sleep and fix what you eat. It's gonna help a lot. It's not always gonna fix everything, because who knows what happened as a kid? Who knows what kind of shit you're holding on back then? But just learning about it. There's so much shit on the internet. You can just fucking learn anything you want, and being able to learn from smart ass dudes like this.
It was weird what I realized, like, because when I first moved down here, I was like, I felt like I was so happy, and I was constantly training. We were learning how to eat better. We always slept good. Like, we always went to bed decent time, woke up and went to training. And then it was so weird, like, after that last surgery, I was just not really my foot surgery, because I just won a fuck ton of money. Just got done going through a fight camp. I was ready to chill. I was like, I'm gonna chill, this is gonna recover, it'll be good, and then I'll go back in. But then after this surgery, I was like, fucking, my anxiety and depression, I felt like depressed for the first time. And it was because I don't know, it was weird, because I didn't realize how happy I was, because I was training. Like, I was training to get better at fighting, because I knew I had like a fight coming up. But then this, I was like, fuck, like, now I'm suspended. I just came off 2 surgeries. Like, I was feeling like Fortnite wasn't making me happy, but I could play it. I was addicted. That wasn't making me happy. I was addicted to it. Like, I always wanted to play it. Yeah, it was addiction. But it wasn't making me happy, and I realized, I'm like, damn, training makes, like, I always kind of knew that, but now I sit back and I really think about it. I'm like, holy shit. And it's not just training, it's something that I'm getting better at. Like, so, like, people that are anxious and depressed, they're not getting better at something that they truly love. Like, I was getting better at Fortnite, but I'm not going to go anywhere in Fortnite. Like, fighting, that's what I'm doing. So it's like, you need to find something that you really actually enjoy doing, and something that you want to get better at. I was definitely addicted. Like, I am addicted to Fortnite. I could fucking play that game all day, no problem. But then I'll get off, and I'll be like, I'll feel anxious.
See, and you're aware of that. Imagine how many people aren't.
It's scary. No, and it's weird. Like, I'll get off my brain. But that's why I love getting in the pool at night. Because if I do play Fortnite and then get in the pool, I feel like it brings me to the present. It makes me, like, that cold does something to you. It's like,
but those days where you're able to train, eat good, play some Fortnite, go in your pool, do all that.
It makes Fortnite like, way more fun if I'm training and like I just got unboxing. I didn't play yesterday. Now I'll probably go. I don't know. I don't even know if I'll go play right when I get home, but I'll definitely play a little bit today. It'll be fun, but
and then your nights like that with Danny, I bet you're fucking huge too. I forgot what Eckert said about people always think about the past and just remember all the happy things. Oh man, remember that was so fun, but that was so fun. But then at that time, you had all the same stresses and all the fucking a bunch of stress too.
You always say that.
And
You've always
true.
been saying that. For sure, it's true. You know what I was listening to last night? I couldn't really sleep. It was like 10:30 and like we were laying in bed. We turned off the TV and I was laying there for like 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch something. I was gonna find Jordan Peterson or something, but I found Joe Rogan on Ben Shapiro, because everything I've ever watched is Joe Rogan either on the UFC analyst or on his podcast. Yeah. It was him getting interviewed.
I've watched it.
I watched it for like an hour last night. I was like, damn, I've never really seen him get interviewed.
Yeah,
it was fucking sweet.
Because it was after like him and Ben Shapiro got in that fight about weed, and Ben Shapiro was fired up because we're on your show and this. So Joe's like, fine, I'll go on your fucking show.
I didn't even put that together. I forgot that was the guy that was bitching about it. I gotta go watch that again.
This is another book, The Art of Living by Bob Proctor. I haven't read the whole thing, but like I haven't even really started it. But Mariah started it and read this part to me. I was like, damn, that's interesting. I was on a coaching call yesterday, and at one point I said, 100 years from now, maybe even sooner than that, people are going to look back and consider what we do with children to be criminal activity. They really will. It will be criminal activity. Stop and think of the freedom a child has when he is small, just a little tiny baby. His imagination takes him wherever he wants to go. Children live in a phenomenal world where they can do anything they want. They can become pilots, they can become tightrope walkers, they can walk across Niagara Falls and have no problem at all. It's done right there in their marvelous mind. Then we send kids to school, and that fantastic creative process is suddenly a bad thing. The child's imagination is called not paying attention. Drifting off into the glorious realm of the imagination for a few minutes elicits a swift, "What are you doing?" from a teacher. It's a punishable offense. And those punishments are very effective. You beat a little kid up a couple of times for doing something, and guess what? They'll stop doing it. So instead of being praised and encouraged to develop their imagination and incredible mental faculty, they're made to virtually shut it down completely.
Damn, dude. That got my brain thinking.
Dude, it's the fucking
Could you imagine
truth.
how good at things people would be if they were like, if when they were a kid they really wanted to be something and they just got right into that?
High school or 8th grade, someone said, you tell your teachers, I want to be a UFC fighter, when you have to go to the fucking library. Okay, you got to decide what your career is.
I did
like,
say
I want
that.
to fight in UFC.
I did say that. It was a joke. It was
Stop with that. Stop thinking that.
Come on.
Anyone who's done anything cool, I bet their teachers in the past would be like, no, you can't.
Just like on Twitter the other day, I put someone's like, I think Sean's gonna be the next biggest thing after or after Connor or whatever. I'm like, bitch, I'm gonna be bigger than Connor, and someone's like, come on, dude, be real. I'm like, dude, if I was a like piece of shit like probably you, and I don't expect people to be able to see how big my dreams are if they're fucking.
Well, just like you said before, like thank God I don't have that mindset, because
Yeah.
I wouldn't be where I'm at now if I had that little mindset. Like, oh,
It's weird that they think it's weird that I think I'm gonna be bigger than Connor. They're like, come on, man. It's like, what do you think? How do you think I got here?
yeah,
The same mindset
What do you
I
think
have.
Connor said when he was that age? People are like, you idiot.
Oh my God.
Because their mind's like that. But even as a kid growing up, you have a teacher say, no, you can't do that. An older person say, no, you can't do that. Who knows how that kid is? Thankful we're like a little bit rebels, I guess you'd call it. We're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But other kids would be like, oh, I guess I can't do that. And then that's stuck in their brain from a young age, and they don't even know their brains working that way from something that happened that young, where teachers are like, oh, no, got to go to college. You got to get a good job. You got to have a nice house and a nice boat. Then you'll be happy.
You know what's crazy? Think about free will. Like, how much free will do we actually have with our brains being in?
That's what Sam Harris says. We have none.
I know. It's fucking weird.
And it's fucking true. That is really weird.
Unless you're conscious of your thoughts, and you can, I feel like meditating and that kind of stuff gives you more free will.
Yeah. Dude, it's fucking crazy how big of a power that meditation
it is. Like in the pool last night, it was fucking. I don't know.
Any time you feel your emotions are going to take over and you're just getting pissed, you can fucking bring it back, breathe, and just be in the moment, and they'll all like slowly go away. It's a true fucking power and a practice.
And we're all capable of it.
Yeah, it's sweet. That's like, because I don't feel myself getting super like stressed or super depressed, or I don't feel my emotions taking over and getting out of control anymore, and I'm fucking, it's all because of that. Okay, babies. Let's do some.
Call them that. You're going to get us arrested.
Episode 22, fan questions. At Mark Blanco 9. You can change 5 rules in MMA or UFC. Go.
Eye pokes are legal. No jokes. 5 rules in the UFC.
I don't know. That's a hard one.
I like everything.
I'd maybe go 3-minute rounds.
That'd be nice.
And for heavyweights, 5, or no, we'll go 8 1-minute rounds with a minute break.
Dude, that would be scary. I would not want to be a heavyweight.
Me neither.
Unless I knew I had some speed on a motherfucker. Speed's so powerful, dude. If you're faster than someone,
it is too,
speed's a
dude.
motherfucker.
100%. At Caleb_Colley. Fight till death. Grizzly bear or gorilla? which wins?
I
Probably,
don't
probably
know
the
enough about
grizzly.
animals, but
And it probably depends what the toughest grizzly bear of all time or the toughest gorilla of all time. They go at it.
damn, I wouldn't even want to watch that. I hate watching animals fight.
See, I don't mind it. Two rams bucking heads or animals fighting. It's just what they do, dude.
I know, it's sad.
At Dan is the man.
My dad.
If you could have any, oh my God, sweet fucking handwriting. Was I
Jesus.
high? Any live musical performance for your pump up walkout music, who would it be?
Bruno.
E40.
E40 would be sick.
And I'd fucking walk out with my specs with E
That
too.
would be sick. E40.
E40. Tell me when to go.
I'm gonna go. Dude, I haven't listened to you. I gotta start bumping E40.
I haven't
and
listened
that
to him
shit
for a
was-
while either.
We out listening.
You'd have
to him.
6ix9ine walk you out.
Me at 6, dude.
Just
I'd get a
kidding,
6ix9ine
nice.
tat too. That would be hype, dude. Hey,
Wow.
that
But
would-
fucking 6ix9ine's in the pan, isn't he?
I guess, bro. Locked up.
God,
It happens.
I wonder for how long.
I guess it's pretty serious. I don't know. I see stuff.
This
on
was
Twitter.
a question I got. It's fucking long though. Question for the podcast. I hear your goal of the UFC is the UFC. That's been and still is my goal as well. That just the prestige alone. Even with the feat of going 1-2, 2-out, or even 2-1, but getting cut for whatever reason. 155 and 170 is just so deep. Though the prestige. I'm starting to change my mind a little though. I feel the appreciation is greater in 1FC and likely better paydays for low to mid-tier guys. Also thoughts on PN talent level across the board. PN? I'm sure there are some killer strikers, but the grappling as a whole is likely a lot lower. I guess the question is, if pay is comparable at the entry level, which promotion would you lean towards? Cheers, brother. Also thoughts on emphasis of records. I'm now 8-5 on a 5-fight win streak and will have a much tougher path than those that have been groomed and brought along. Do you see the trend of placing so much emphasis on perfect or near perfect records changing? Personally, I'm thankful for my losses in every way besides the current landscape. Potential fan question here. Cheers, brother, and keep up the good work.
Whew. Oh.
No, that is a good question, though, because, okay, for me, I'm like, my goal is to be in the UFC 100%. My goal is to be a black belt before 30 and be in the UFC before 30. I'm going to do everything I can to make that happen, but I'm not putting all my worth on it. Like, if I don't make the UFC, I'm not going to just label myself. I'm labeled a failure. I'm labeled not good. Like, I'm not attached to fighting, and fighting's not attached to me. I could quit fighting today and be completely fine. I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to do all that stuff. So that's a good question. But being 8-5, it's going to be a tough road, but it depends how bad you want it. But you got to know in your head that could not 100% happen. There could be, you could lose another fight. You could lose another fight because anything can happen in fighting. That's why it's important not to just fucking attach yourself. Like, I'm a fighter. That defines me and that's what I am.
Dude, I've been thinking about that a lot. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Dude,
If I lost fighting right now, I would go through some serious shit.
I don't think you would.
I think I would.
I
But
don't
I
think
would
you
come
would.
out fine. But I was like, dude,
Be-
thinking about I can't fight for 7 months is driving me fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you have teaching. You enjoy teaching.
Yeah, but you'd have a bunch of it. You have like that business type mindset too. You'd find something that you enjoy and be like, okay,
Dude, I like
this is what it is
entertaining,
now.
though. And I feel like
Dude,
I was
you
literally
could
thinking about
entertain.
I was thinking about this the other day because I was listening to last night, the Joe Rogan thing. It's like, what do you think? Do you think fighting will like kind of veer off because of the brain damage and people are becoming more aware of that? I was like, holy fuck, what if fighting is stopped right now? I love entertaining and I'm always like, that's what I want to do. I can't fucking wait to fight because I'm going to go entertain. I'm like, I would have to try to sing.
We'd Dude, God, no.
Just joking.
Please.
I obviously could be a comedian. That's funny as shit.
We'd
but
find a way to entertain.
it would be hard.
But dude,
I'd be like, hey, Tim, you want to do a podcast every day for like twice a day?
sure, we're just sitting there quiet on the 8th day. But I was thinking, this podcast is gonna be funny when we both have like kids at the same time and talking about the kids. I can't wait to have run-ins with other parents. But that's gonna be fucking funny.
God.
I'm down to have like what? I don't know, maybe at sporting events. sporting events, or like some kid playing at the playground and some kid pushes my kid.
And you're like, I'll fuck your dad up.
I'll fuck you and your dad up. I don't know. Shit like that's gonna be fun, but it'll be nice because if you guys have a kid and then we have a kid, then we don't have to have another.
That's true.
That can be their sibling.
I told Danny, let me know. Let me know.
Yeah. Let us know.
God, dude, could you imagine how cute that's gonna be? Like when their girls are pregnant. I'm pumped for that. Just like
Oh,
belly.
I know. That'll be awesome. That's always been your thing though. You're fucked up.
I like pregnant chicks.
That's the horn. Which is more beneficial to a fighter? Getting a loss earlier in your career or down the road? I feel like, again, that's the same thing I said. A lot of people lose and they start, like, it starts fucking with them mentally. They don't have that same confidence. But if you're mentally strong and you know what to do, like, if you lose, okay, boom, what the fuck? Why did I lose? Okay, I'm not going to define myself from that. I'm going to build on that. But an undefeated fighter, someone who hasn't lost a long time, that they're bringing a dangerous confidence into that cage. So,
dude, you know what?
It's hard to say, depending on your mentality.
Real quick, because I don't want to forget it.
What?
I was listening to Bisbing and Rogan again yesterday. Bisbing messaged me back, by the way, because Bisbing he said on the podcast, if they say it's a tainted supplement, that's an excuse. It's 100% bullshit. And I messaged him as like, dude, I literally didn't take anything, and I got I popped for something.
Mm-hmm.
He messaged me back. He's like, oh, I understand and everything. Like, he was cool about it. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. Like, I didn't want. It wasn't like directed at you. But he said his coach told him, because he said he overtrained his entire career, just like everyone does. He said his coach, Jason Perillo,
Yeah.
this is fucking sweet. He said it takes confidence to take a day off. You have to you're fucking ready to go. And
Damn.
how
that is
sweet
really
is
good.
that, dude? Next time, I'm going to be like, because it's like there's a difference between, because do you want to just feel like, oh, I'm going to be lazy? Or do you think I really need to take it off?
Dude,
Takes
that's
confidence
really good.
to take a day off.
I like that because
That's
even
so sweet.
if I have an event coming up or a fight or whatever it is, and I'm super sore, but it's a day I'm supposed to train, I beat myself up. I'm like,
Everyone
come on,
does.
let's go, let's be a fucking champ, and then I go beat my body down more and more and more. But I like that. I need to write that
How
down.
good is that? It takes confidence to take a day off.
At Robbie Brown, do you guys practice visualization? Getting closer to the fight? Yeah, we do. A lot of how much do you think about your fight, walking out or in the fight, what you're going to do? Or even sometimes, like, I'll put myself in bad spots. Okay, the kid cracked me. Boom, I'm going to circle out. Or the kid took me down. And then I always counter whatever thoughts I have with a positive. If it's a negative one, I counter it with a positive right away. Boom, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. But for sure, you have to visualize. Going into a 3-5 minute round fight, you have to be ready to be fucking tired.
I feel like I do my best visualization when I'm running. When I'm on the treadmill, when I'm at the track, I feel like that's when I do it. I do the best. I remember it's so funny. I remember I watched The Secret on Netflix or YouTube or whatever. I was like 16 and 17. And I was like 17 or 18. It was before I came down to the lab the first time.
I remember you talking about it.
I remember fucking laying in my basement, like with with like a fort kind of, so it was just dark as fuck, playing a meditation and like visualizing winning the belt. And like I didn't do it a lot, but I remember that specifically, and it's so fucking weird just to think about, right? Because that Secret got me fired up.
I remember you were fired up about it.
That's when I really kind of understood the power of the mind. I was like, what? Probably thought of it too much, but it was better.
Yeah.
Not thinking at all.
At D Monahan 217, what's something you and Sean can't go without during a normal day? That's why I feel lucky.
Getting a boner.
Yeah.
Can't go without it.
But I feel lucky that I don't have to rely on weed, or I don't have to rely on anything except fucking water, like water and my food. But I feel bad for the people that have to get high all day.
Yeah.
That would suck, dude.
It would. I enjoy it. Oh, not all day. Like, I probably won't smoke till tonight.
Yeah, same.
Yesterday, I smoked before I laid down, took a nap. Whoo, that was nice.
Nice. How many times do you guys train a week? I remember Chael, when I trained in Portland, he said, if I get in 8 practices a week, I'm good. And
Everyone's different.
I always like that. And I've been averaging about 9 a week. 9 a week. But if I get 8, I'm happy. And that counts as like my technique practices, my lift, a wrestling, a striking. Yes.
It's hard to say when you're injured. It's just like I can only do so much.
He said BJJ or striking. I train jiu-jitsu every day and then striking 3 or 4 times a week. At Willie Ham _. What porn you guys been watching? Is it still? What? Hold on. What porn you guys been whacking it to? Still chubby MILF porn?
God, Tim,
That
I'm
wasn't me.
curious to see what you're. Well, I've been on to like midget. No, it's better than what you think. It's actually kind of hot.
Okay, bud.
Midget
I
trannies.
don't have I don't have a set kind of porn I watch.
Yeah, but he said.
I like
lately.
all kinds of chicks. Asians, Latinos,
Asians are
chubby
nice.
MILFs. No, it's not always. Okay. I'm different every day.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to.
Nothing fucking super crazy though. Dude, and imagine being a fucking 12-year-old, 13-year-old just finding out getting a boner, and now you got your phone in your bed with you.
Dude, that's.
You can
dangerous.
fuck whoever you want. I feel like that's going to create some problems.
Oh, for sure. Could. Or be optimistic and it could be good. No more. There's not as many babies being born. Now, I don't know. That's just fucking. Who knows?
Yeah, dude.
Because porn. I was always listening. Russell Brand was
Uh-huh.
always talking about sex addiction. And he's. Oh, well, I think it was him saying like, if you jack off and then you're done and like you kind of feel like feel
Shit.
guilty
Mhm.
almost. That's an addiction, and you like that's your body telling you like that's not good for you.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Like being addicted to porn cannot be a good thing, especially those young kids see just that
And it's not their fault.
porn. They see porn and they think like that's how you always have sex, or that's how you treat a girl, or
You know
whatever.
what's weird is how it's like sexual stuff is so frowned upon. It's so bad. I remember in like I was in 8th grade and I was texting a girl on my flip phone talking about a blowjob. I had never had one before. I don't even remember what you were saying. But my dad saw it. He took my phone, read through my messages, and I got in so much trouble.
For a
And
beach?
Well, it's just weird how going about it. Like I'm not
Yeah.
mad at him for it or anything, but like it's so weird how it's like I didn't know better.
Yeah.
Like why am I getting yelled at for something like this? Like
That's why I feel like with our kids, I want to be so just communicate with them.
yeah.
Don't be fucking stern and just like, no.
I got grounded, got my phone taken away. Like I got in trouble, and then maybe that like who knows how that programmed my brain. Because then I felt like I
Yeah.
was always searching for it, or I was always trying to. But
Yeah.
like, maybe that fucked me
No
up more
shit.
instead of being like told, okay, hey, you do. Like I don't know what you'd tell
Yeah.
them, but I don't know. It's crazy.
That is crazy. At Lando _75. What hurts more, kicks or knees?
They all hurt, bro.
Oh, they both. You can't say one or the other because you get kicked in the guts or you get kneed in the guts. Like, even if it's a small knee. I got kneed by that fucking Russian in Bellator. Like, it was a small knee. And I remember it hitting my ribs. I was like, fuck. But think of this. Think of the most tired you've ever been in your life. Okay, the most tired you've ever been. And then think about someone hitting you with a baseball bat right in your ribs.
Ow.
It fucking hurts, dude. And because people watch fights constantly, people are getting leg kicked or checking kicks, and like, oh, that didn't hurt them, they're good. But that's just fucking playing the game. You're keeping your face and your emotions ice cold. If you get kicked, if you show it a little bit, they're gonna fucking attack it.
It sucks if I rip someone in the body and they're just acting like it didn't hurt. I'm like, God damn it.
But you know
Or you're like,
that shit hurt.
Fuck, maybe it didn't.
Because we train with such tough guys, you do hit them in the body and they play it off, but you know that shit hurt.
Oh yeah.
With Benson though, it's like, what the fuck? How
Did
does
that hurt?
Like one time I hit him with a body shot and I felt like it hurt him, but I've been training with him for 6 years and that was one fucking time. At Antojano, New Year's resolution. For me, I'm doing the shit I'm doing. They really are.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really have
Has
a New Year's
anyone ever in the
resolution.
entire world done a New Year's resolution for a year?
Probably.
Probably not.
At John _Spaniard. What was the coolest thing you took away from meeting and interviewing with Joe Rogan? Probably it wasn't like, whoa, the Joe Rogan. I thought the just trip was fun.
Yeah.
Getting
Staying at
in
that
the rig.
sick Airbnb.
We got a bunch of snacks, put them in a cooler.
Got all those Sugar Show joints.
Oh, yeah,
Remember?
got all those Sugar Show joints. We stayed at this nasty, greasy-ass Airbnb that Sugar found. I was so grossed out. I felt like I was laying in a greasy ass bed.
You looked like you were. I laid on the couch. Actually,
then-
no, we slept in that same bed. I slept on the under the one sheet. You slept on top or whatever.
Yeah,
That place
and
was
then
a
it was just
shithole.
a ghetto ass apartment. And
It was
then,
a mile away from Joe's studio though, so
Yeah.
I didn't look at the place. I typed it in, like made sure it was close, so we didn't fuck anything up.
Yeah.
And I should have looked.
And then
into it.
even the morning of the podcast, we're like, okay, we got to get some good brain fuel in us. We went to Whole Foods. We're like, fuck.
Should we
Both
take a
just kind of
nap?
quiet. We were tired because we didn't sleep good. And then we just ate some fucking sardines, some good brain fuel, and then went and did
Had a
it. And then
coffee.
after, we were just like, oh, I felt kind of like a relief. Yes, it went good.
I was like sitting in the chair, like nervous. I don't know why.
I know. He's like 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're live. And I'm like,
Joe didn't. He just
Fuck.
seemed. I thought he was gonna be different. Not in a bad or a good way. I just thought he was gonna be different, but he's literally like he is on the podcast, like outside the podcast. Like,
and it's weird like we say with those podcasts. You meet someone that you listen to their podcast, you feel like you know them really well, but they have no clue who you are.
yeah, super.
So that's
weird.
how it seemed. Like, hey Joe, what's up, brother? We're like, yeah, we know you real well, but he doesn't know us. So
yeah,
it's just like,
it's
oh
fucking
well.
super weird.
But it worked out good. At Drew_Sacido.
Libido.
Would you rather suck Chris Cyborg's D or have Chael and McGregor roast your mom?
I don't think Chris Cyber has.
I don't think so either. So I'd probably suck it. Jokes. Fuck that. At Shane Jits, do you guys plan your weeks or live in the moment?
I like to plan out the weeks.
Yeah, I got a
Super
thing,
important. I feel like.
a whiteboard on my fridge, and I write down like what the main things I do for that week, and then each morning I do that journal, write down my goals for the day, whether it's train, teach, train,
Get off.
a podcast, and I just write down those 4 things. If I get them done, then I feel good about the day. So yeah, I like to plan the weeks, but it's hard to plan the weeks so much with training because you don't know if you're gonna get a little injury, you don't know how sore you're gonna get. So
Oh, look how sick these posters are. They look so sweet in that. On that
what
video.
the fuck? Another fucked up question. Would you rather watch your parents fuck every night for the rest of your life or join in once?
I like that.
Well, I'd probably just watch.
But you gotta join once.
But then
Could
you
it
got
be
that
your
in your
mom
mind.
and dad? Could I just fuck your mom?
No, it has to be yours.
No, let me fuck old Red.
Oh yeah, right, bitch. Dude, remember the people we saw in Helena at the airport?
Oh god, I still got that video.
I'm gonna, Jess, maybe I can send you the little couple second video on my iPad. We saw some real freak shows.
They were
freak
inbred.
shows. They were real inbreds, and it creeped me out. And I went to sit next to one, so I
It was
could
when I
get a
cut to
video, or
25.
you got for you to get a
We were.
video.
I was on wait at 25, waiting for Crouch to get there, and you went and sat next to him.
And I was nervous that little fucker was gonna bite me.
Dude, that was scary. I think I have it. I might even have it on.
No,
my-
I'll send it to Jess and I'll have her put it on the
Okay,
vid.
that'd be good.
But
because
that was fucking ruthless.
that was.
Okay, so that's the fan questions.
Oh, here I have it right.
Thanks to Terp House, theterphouse.com, and at the Terp House on Instagram. Good CBD.
How long was that? Oh, what are we at? 44.
44.
44.
See you next week.
Tim's got to get in the pool every night until the next podcast. Or if not, he owes me $100.
All right.
No.
Fine, I will. You didn't say I can put my toes in there. Okay. Goodbye.
It's got to be full body.